Hey guys, what's up? It's Fern. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another planting video. Today I'm going to be telling you all about my most recent new favorite propagation method, and that is using perlite. So I'm sure that most of us are familiar with perlite, commonly used to amend soils. It's basically heated volcanic rock. It gets heated up to the point where it kind of like pops or expands, and it just becomes this super lightweight, white, fluffy material. So I had been using perlite for a couple of years just in my potting mix, and I had no idea that you could propagate or grow plants in just perlite alone. I had started seeing it a little bit, but I hadn't really tried it, and then my Anthurium viridifolium here rotted on me. I was propagating this in water, or trying to at least, and then one of my viewers commented and told me to put it in perlite. So I was like, okay, what do I have to lose? So I popped it in some perlite and it rooted for me. It's doing fantastic. So I was like, wow, that's really impressive. So I started trying rooting my other plants in perlite. And so far I have had 100% success, and even more exciting than that is that plants that I was not able to root in using other methods rooted for me in perlite. So yeah, I've just been loving it so far. I've done a whole perlite propagation box. This is actually relatively new. This is just like probably a bit over a week old. We're gonna go through that later. But yeah, this is a method that I have really been loving over the past few months, so I really wanted to share it with you. So I think that part of the reason that this works so well for rooting plants is the air to water ratio. It allows the roots, it's really light and fluffy, and there's a lot of spaces between it, so it retains water, but it also leaves a lot of air pockets and oxygenation for the roots. So I think for the first part of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a little demo of how I start a perlite propagation, and then I'm gonna give a little mini tour of some of my perlite successes, plants that I have currently propagating in perlite, as well as the propagation box. So let's just hop into the demo.
Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do is basically wet our perlite. So I sometimes soak it in a bowl or just run it underwater in a strainer. It doesn't really matter. As you can see, it is super dusty, so it's best to wear a mask while you're doing this, because it's not good to breathe into the old lungs. So yeah, just wet the perlite.
Okay, so you can either rinse out your perlite or you can soak it. I used to always soak it for 20 minutes, but I've just started rinsing it and I haven't noticed any difference, so I don't really think that the soaking is necessary. Anyways, I have it in this strainer now, and then I have my vessel that I'm gonna put it in, which is just an old Starbucks cup, and I have a little scoop. So I'm just gonna fill up our vessel a little bit here, well, most of the way actually, and then we need a clipping. I have not even taken a clipping to propagate yet. Have to do that in a sec. This is a pretty large vessel. It doesn't necessarily have to be that big. Let's see what I can find a clipping of now to pop in here. All right, I ended up taking a clipping of my Scindapsus exotica. Really pretty, it has 2 leaves on it, and there is stem with the nodes. And literally all I do is just like shove it in. This perlite is so light and fluffy that that's really all I need to do. See, it just like goes right in. It's in there. You can add a little bit more, and you can push it down. I usually just like push it down a little bit just to make it a little bit more compact. I don't even need to add more actually, it's like perfect. I'll show a close-up of this after, but yeah, so the next thing that I do is I add water, and I keep just like a small amount of water at the bottom of this. The way that I do this, you guys, is honestly really similar to leca. It kind of works the same way. I either do just plain tap water or I add a drop of Super Thrive in. So yeah, I'm honestly just gonna fill it up with like a tiny bit of water. Oops. Okay, I put a little bit more than I intended. It's about up to there, but it's fine. I've honestly filled them like halfway up and it works just the same. It's just gonna grow water roots, right? So yeah, it's okay. So these are so easy to maintain. I find that the water stays for a really long time, so I just wait until the water pretty much is all gone and then I will top it up. So to top it up, you can just do plain water again, but I'll show you what I have used. First of all, Super Thrive, I already mentioned that. You can continue to top it up with Super Thrive water. I've also been using the Grow Tech Vitamax Pro. I've been using this for everything, for my plants in potting mix, my plants in semi-hydro, and for propagations, and it works great. And then the last thing that I have used, I don't make a habit of this, but when I'm flushing and putting more nutrient solution in my leca plants, sometimes I will have some left over, and I have used it in my perlite propagations with roots already developed, and they seemed to really like it. I actually got some new growth after I used the general hydroponics on some of these. I don't know if you're supposed to do that. I'm sure it's probably fine. But yeah, and I do use the three bottle system. I just don't have the other two. I just have this one. But yeah, if you want to hear more about this or see me use it and mix it up, then I do have a couple of leca videos where I talk about it. But yeah, that's all I do. It's super easy to maintain. I'm not gonna have to do anything to this for weeks. And then once the water's gone, I will just top it off. Okay, so now I'm gonna give you a little tour of the plants that I have in perlite and talk about them a little bit more.
Okay, so let's take a look at what we have going on here. So, as I said earlier, the Viridifolium was the first one that I put in perlite. I actually want to switch these two Anthurium from perlite to Pawn soon. But yeah, as you can see, there's quite a bit of algae, if it'll focus, on these two. Both of the Anthurium ones have quite a bit of algae. I don't know how harmful that is to plants. If anybody knows, let me know, because I've heard kind of mixed things. But yeah, this guy is doing really well. It has a root, if you can see right there, right in between the label. And yeah, he's just been doing great. These two leaves were the leaves that were really going downhill when he rotted, and I'm so surprised that they're still hanging on. It put out this leaf once I had it in perlite for a while, and then it just put out like that tiny down there. But yeah, doing really well. And then I did also put my Anthurium clarinervium into perlite because she entirely rotted as well. I don't know why I struggle with Anthurium. This one especially, my clarinervium, she has not been happy for a very long time. But I put her in perlite, and just look at her roots, you guys. Look at those. Like, are you kidding me? That is so satisfying. Oh, we love to see it. And she does have a new little growth point where I think a new leaf is gonna come out of sometime soon. Up at the top there, you can see she has like wild roots at the top here. But yeah, doing really well. Next, I have had this Marble Queen Pothos propagation in perlite for quite some time now as well. It's given me this new baby leaf. That's so cute. And it has a ton of roots. Next, my Philodendron Micans. I actually did this one. I actually used this one for a reel demonstration on my Instagram. And for some reason I have trouble rooting philodendron micans. I don't know if it's just my plant or what, but yeah, let's see if we can see any roots on the outside. I don't think you can yet, but I know that this guy has rooted because I have pulled him out of here. Let's see. Oh, really doesn't want to come out. Let's see this one. Okay, doesn't want to come out. It's rooted, you guys, because it's like doesn't even want to pull out for me to take a look. But yeah, they are both rooted in there. Those have been in perlite for a couple of months now. And then one of my more recent perlite propagations is this. This is Philodendron verrucosum seedling. This was an import and I got it from my friend and I basically rotted it. It started rotting on me. I don't know what is with me and just like, yeah, I don't know. It started rotting. And I thought it was a goner, you guys. I was like, there's no way this thing is gonna survive. And then I decided to put it in perlite. And let me tell you, you guys, let's see if we can find. Oh, do you see on this side? Do you see that little fuzzy boy? Right there. Yep, it's rooting for me, which I'm honestly shocked about, but very happy about. So I'll keep you posted, but I think he might survive. And now I just want to take a look at my perlite propagation box. I always just like dump the water in that comes off of the lid. So let's see what is going on here. So like I said, these have been in here for just over a week, I believe. Most of them, at least. Some of them I just kind of have been popping in as time goes by. But so I put some troubled plants in here, plants that were not rooting for me in my sphagnum box, like this Cebu Blue. It started yellowing. I thought I was gonna lose it. So I decided to put it in here, and I believe, yep, it's got a root right there with the perlite all stuck to it. So that is awesome. Pop them back in. And I basically used the same principle on this propagation box, you guys. I rinsed the perlite so that it was nice and moist, and then I put it in here, and I haven't filled it up. I haven't added any water. It's just like maintaining moisture from having the lid on. So yeah, if it dries out, then I'll just mist it. Okay, we have, I'm gonna turn the box. We have Hoya Calyx here, which I had never propagated before. Decided to give it a go, and it has a little root down there. I have a bunch of philodendron, what is this, silver stripe. Is it doing anything? Not much yet. Hoya linearis is in here. I can see some rooties looking good. I decided to take some cuttings from my Monstera dubia because it just wasn't really reattaching to the pegboard in my cabinet. It was just like looking wonky. So I decided that I want to start a new plant and have it actually like climb a plank and shingle all nice. So I'm looking forward to that. What else do we have in here? Oh, this is, I don't know if this is gonna make it. You guys, this is my poor Monstera Peru wet stick that I've been trying to propagate for so long now. I don't even know how long it's been. Look at it's trying to push out a leaf, but I rotted it again for like the third time. So I moved it from sphagnum to this perlite box. We'll see what happens, but yeah, that is the general vibe of this box. This philodendron micans has been doing really well. Has a big root there. Very exciting. I can't wait to repot my philodendron micans and add all of these cuttings that I have going. There's another one there. So yeah, so far we have some small roots starting. Some actually have like pretty decent roots already. And like I said, it's only been about a week. So, oops. Yeah, definitely seeing success with that. I think that that's all I really have to share about perlite. I'm not an expert on it. Obviously, I've just started within the past several months. And yeah, I don't really do anything special. I just, yeah, it's very chill, very low key. I think that's why I like it. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you propagate with perlite or if you'd like to try, or if you have any questions. I will try to answer them, or I'm sure someone else in the comments section will be able to help you out. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more planty content. Turn notifications on if you don't want to miss any of my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye!